What's up? What's up? Welcome to another episode of No Name Just Vibes podcast. I'm Mike.
Janaya.
And yeah, we back, man. Back for another episode. Like always, I always start off asking how the weekend was because I feel like that's just the best way to start. So or not the weekend, your week. How was your week?
My week was good. I was thinking about because I told you I need a job.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what? For the things that I want, I probably need like $200,000 a year.
Wow. What things do you want?
You know, I really like to go shopping. Like that's just something that makes me happy. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I want a mansion. Of course, I want my G-Wagon.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to live on a private island, but I really do. Like, I want all my friends to live on my private island, and I don't want anything to do.
Now, when you say mansion, like how many rooms, how many bathrooms? Like, what are we talking about?
I want a room for everybody in my family.
Okay.
Yeah, and their own private bathroom as well.
Oh, so you want an estate?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
On a
Just so you know,
island.
it's comfortable.
On a private island. With a G-Wagon.
But you know what? I would make my other friends. I would build their mansion as well. Mm-hmm. And what else?
You gonna need more than $200,000 a year.
Yeah, I know.
For all of this. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep.
You're gonna have to get on this acting. Get in one of these blockbuster movies.
Right.
That's what you're gonna have to do. Good week though.
Yeah, it was good. Mm-hmm. My weeks are always good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Impossible to have a bad week.
It's not impossible, but I really don't really.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I feel it. My week was cool too. My week was good. Actually, I've actually been able to rest the last few days only because I left my my laptop charger in Escondido, and so I haven't had it, and my laptop died, and so that's usually what keeps me busy when I'm not out like working. You know, even though I worked a really big game. Was it last night? Yeah, just last night. The Saints St. Augustine high school game. St. Augustine versus Cathedral Catholic.
Basketball?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And they let in the whole student section was full, and then there were I'd say 40% of the stands were full, but they were all spaced out, so it was loud across the whole of the home side. And then the away side, they had a nice sized crowd too. And I was filming I was standing right in front of the student section.
Aww.
And they were going crazy. It was dope. I miss being in that environment so much.
Yeah.
It's the best. I missed it so much. I can't wait for it to fully open back up and it can be like that every game. But yeah, so I did that. But yeah, other than that, I've been able to rest because usually I get off work late and just go home and get to editing, but I haven't had my laptop. So, once I get it, I got a whole bunch of work to catch up on. But it's been cool chilling though. I've enjoyed just chilling.
Yeah.
I haven't done it for a while, so I enjoyed it. That's pretty much it. I didn't really do much else. Been catching up with an old friend a lot.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I've been trying to catch up with my old friends, but I don't know. I'm just hard at reaching out to people. Mm-hmm. I have to be in the mood, to really talk to people on the, to text them because I'm not a texter. I'm more of an in-person person. Mm-hmm. So writing them is just
Right. I feel you. I used to be really good at keeping in touch with everybody.
Really?
Everybody, yeah. But now it's to the point where I keep in touch with 3 cousins. My brothers, of course. 3 cousins on my mom's side and 8 cousins on my dad's side.
Oh, dang.
So I guess that's a lot still. But I was thinking about my friends. I used to make sure I tapped in with all my friends. But now it's not really like that.
It's once a week you used to tap in, or every other day, or
every
day?
Other day it used to be when
really?
I was younger. Yeah, every other day. And I think more so that was because I was seeing them more maybe. I don't know, but I wasn't even hitting them to link or to find something to get into.
Just how they do it. Yeah.
But I don't do it as much anymore.
I need friends. I need more friends. For sure.
I'm cool with the amount of friends I have. And I always try my best not to use that word loosely because I could meet people and we could be kicking it, we could be chill, and I'm messing around. That's my friend. I'm that's not my friend.
Yeah,
I always think back to my mom, your parents, but we calling everybody your friend.
Yeah.
Parents knew early.
For real.
For real. how long does it take for you to consider a new person your friend?
A new person?
Yeah.
I need to see what type of person you are.
How long do you think that typically takes? Because you can't put an exact timeline on it.
No, but it's definitely more than a year.
Really?
Yeah. You could be a whole thief and I wouldn't even know it.
Yeah, but what if they do a whole bunch of things before that year happens to prove themselves to be a friend?
Like what? Because people can act fake all the time. I mean,
I don't know. What if it was always like an associate? It was like, okay, when you and your girls go out, right? One of your homegirls always brings her homegirl. So you've known her for a while, but she's never been your friend. She's a cool chick, an associate.
She's never been my friend, but she comes around all the time.
But not for any reason. Not just because y'all
Well, it
never...
would have to be a reason. Because I'm the type of person, like, if I like you, like, I'm like, yes, let's invite, and then we're going to become friends. But if I don't really mess with you like that, we're not going to be close.
Well, because I just look at it as like my Jesse that I've talked about on here before. His wife's friend's friend's husband. I've known for years. Like he comes around to like whenever like not every time we get together, but from time to time when we're getting together, she comes, and of course she comes with her husband. He's a cool dude. He even played on our adult league basketball team once before.
Oh wow.
Cool dude, but I don't consider him a friend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
maybe y'all just don't match.
But not for any reason. Like I don't dislike the guy. Every time I'm around him, he's a super cool guy. But I don't consider him a friend just because it's not like that.
Yeah.
But I'm bringing that up to say, if I met him at a get together, right? I meet him at a get together, and within a course of however long, he does so many things to show like, nah, this dude is down. Like this dude gonna ride for me. Like that's my dog right there. So I know you can't put a timeline on it, but I guess for me it's like once you prove it, and that could be in a short period of time or a long period of time. That's true.
I just would like for my friends to be good friends.
Oh, like for sure.
The amount of love that I give to them, I want that back for anybody. Facts. So if I have your back, like I want you to have my back.
Yeah, but you got to keep in mind though that the giver never receives as much as they give.
Oh, I don't mind that, but just don't be taking from me all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just... No. It may not be in that type of way, but just have my back. And so sometimes just have my back.
Right. I feel you. Nah, believe me, I feel you.
It definitely don't have to be about money. I'm not like that at all. No. But, yeah.
No. I try not to even, like... Just because... I don't know, I guess it sounds weird. Like, if you know, then I guess you're thinking about it. But I have several friends that owe me money. But I don't... And they've owed it for years.
Really?
Yeah. But
if you're my friend and I give you money, I'm not expecting it back, period. Because you're my friend. Like, I got you.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Maybe I should look at it like that. But, I mean... When you hit me... and ask for, and I'm not tripping, obviously, because we're still friends and we've been out kicking it and everything's been all love. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to talk about it. There's been a few times I speak about stuff on the podcast. Most times I don't care. Most times I don't care. But there's been times when I talk about something on the podcast and like people that I know and love like listen to the podcast like, hey, what's he talking about, bro? Who's he talking about? You know what I'm saying? And I don't be... Sometimes I have an exact person in mind or a story in mind, and it makes me think about the broader spectrum of that circumstance.
Yeah.
And the people that know and love me will know the root of that thought.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to, and that's why I'm real careful on here about not saying anybody's name or anything like that.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'm telling you, when I first started doing the podcast, I would get a DM or a text like, "Yo, bro, what's up?" And I'm like, I'm just on my podcast. I didn't think it was a big deal. Like,
absolutely.
Because I speak on the podcast like I speak in normal conversation because that's what the podcasts that I do are. I feel like most podcasts are just conversation, but especially mine, like we don't even really come with topics somewhat. Yeah. But they like we ain't here we
free talking.
10 minutes in, we ain't touched the topic yet. We just in here talking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was even telling Terry that. He was like, how do you kind of like structure like your interviews? Or how do you kind of like structure like your talking points or whatever? I was like, I like if something happens in my life and I think like, that was interesting. I would like to talk to somebody about that. Then I'll write it down and make sure to talk about it on a podcast. But I don't like pay attention to like the shade room or like watch.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? To try to,
yeah.
It's good to go and look at that stuff to see what people are talking about. But I don't want to ever bring a topic from there.
No.
And bring it into my podcast and talk about it. I was telling Terry, I was like, I like to just live life and then come to the podcast and talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you like watching podcasts.
Oh, yeah. It's my favorite
I
thing.
don't.
It's my favorite thing.
I like watching interviews, like documentary interviews, where they talk about like what happened to them in their lives. I love that.
I think I enjoy watching and listening to interviews more so than podcasts, because podcasts, and as much as I love podcasts, I feel like I'm about to diss podcasts, and I do a couple of podcasts, but I do interviews too, so whatever. But I love listening to podcasts. When I'm in the car, I very rarely listen to music.
What?
Very rarely. I'm usually listening to a podcast.
Oh my god.
I'm usually listening to a podcast. And that actually grew from, before I was listening to podcasts, I would just turn on the comedy station on Pandora. So I still wasn't even listening to music. I was listening to, I love stand-up comedy.
Me too, but I gotta watch it. Because it's way funnier.
It's way funnier when you watch it. And you know what? With doing that, I ended up ruining, or not ruining, but like dampening the watch experience. Because I would get put on to different comedians through Pandora. And I would just hear one bit, 10 minutes of an hour long special. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I would like see the person's name, you know what I'm saying, then remember it on Netflix or like one of these streaming platforms, like, oh, I remember this dude from Pandora, he's funny. And then I'll watch the special, and it'd be when I was in the car dying laughing that I already heard it. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, it's funnier when you could see it and they could put more on it, but it's like, I wish I got this like
first.
For the first, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I wish I got this first. For sure.
I was watching Cat Williams yesterday. So funny. I miss him.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah, he was dope. I remember, I think there's comedians that are funnier than him, and I think there's comedians that are better than him. But I don't remember laughing harder at anyone than I did at Cat Williams, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's not true. No. Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is
funny?
Whoa.
Oh, no, not like that. I mean, stand-up comedy. No, he is funny.
Yes.
Not like that.
Oh, I gotta put you on. You've never seen a Jamie Foxx stand-up comedy special?
No, I've never seen it. No, I've never seen it.
He has one from the early 90s that he did here in San Diego called Straight from the Foxhole.
Really?
He has another one called I Might Need Security. That's the one that I've laughed the hardest at.
Really? My dad loves him.
It's probably I Might Need Security from Jamie Foxx, and then Kings of Comedy. Jamie Foxx stand up. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm so happy.
I gotta watch.
I'm so happy I'm the one that's putting you onto this. Oh, wow, I'm telling you. Go Straight from the Foxhole. I said it's from the 90s.
Good.
Still hilarious. You can pull that one up on YouTube. The quality is not the best, but you can still see it clear, and you can still hear it absolutely clear. Okay. You got to pull that one up. I'm gonna send you the link. Straight from the Foxhole. And then I Might Need Security. I think you can watch that one on YouTube too, but it's in chunks. Yeah. Oh man. But anyway, to get back to what I was talking about before I started talking about stand-up comedy, I think I like watching interviews more because I like getting to know like that one person. And you can do that in a podcast, like every time somebody tunes in our podcast, they get to know us a little bit better. But
a little bit,
especially you be trying to, you know what I'm saying? I respect it, but I'll be out here giving it all away. Unless it's about my relationship, I'm gonna tell you everything. You know what I'm saying? So, but I also like when it's just one person there that you get to, like, it's one person, like, if people want to know all about you, and I'm just sitting here asking you, like, and whatever comes to mind. Because I feel like I'm extremely curious. Extremely curious and very nosy. You know what I'm saying? So I feel I feel like that's why I'm fairly good at doing interviews. When I first started when I first started doing my radio show, the dude that was producing my show, he had been doing radio for like 30 years. And one of his partners had been doing radio for like 20, 25 years. And they was sitting in the control room just like, and that's what was dope about them. They wouldn't just turn the stuff on and pull out a book and read. They'd be like listening, like, oh, this is pretty entertaining. You know what I mean? And they was telling me afterwards, and I was only like 13 episodes in. And the dude was telling me, he was like, yeah, Wade was telling me you just started doing this, man. But he was like, you're a real natural at this, man. You should stick with it.
Yeah, you're really good.
He was like, I've been doing radio for 25 years, man. And Wade tells me that you just got started and you're this good already. He was like, yeah, you should definitely stick with this. And I think that, and I was like, man, it almost made me cry. I was like, okay, I'm going to stick with it then. But I think the reason I'm fairly good at doing interviews, and I haven't been doing it long, is that I'm just nosy and curious by nature.
Yeah.
Like if I meet somebody like on the bus and we start talking, they'd be like, oh yeah, when I was playing basketball, where'd you play basketball? How long you been playing basketball? You ever coach?
Dang.
You want to coach? Like I'm just
you know
naturally
why
nosy.
I'm not like that, because I feel like people don't want to tell their business, and I don't want to make somebody feel uncomfortable by trying to like, so what? You know, I don't know. I just like to learn about people as I am around them and just see how they are. I'm
not. I'd say I'm like that like 75% of the time, and but that 25% that I'm not like that, I'm like, man, get away from me. Like, especially if I'm working. If I'm working, like especially like the work I do now. When I'm not, if you're making it where I can't work, then you know what I'm saying? Because I'm right here with the camera, and if I'm filming an action, I'm gonna put music over it anyway. I don't care if I'm talking in the background to somebody that's right next to me. Just don't
interrupt my.
Just don't interrupt me. You know what I'm saying? I pushed a kid last night because he got in my way. They were doing the thing where like, and their rowdy crowd, their student section is right behind the basket, and so in the second half. They're going crazy because the other team is shooting free throws right in front of them.
Oh dang!
So they're right there going crazy, and they bring out the big thing where it's like shower curtains, and they got like a dude like with no shirt on, and he like dancing like.
What?
You know how people do the craziest stuff just to like make you miss your free throw, just to like distract you.
I've never heard anyone do that before.
And they're bringing that out, right? And they got a kid like in a Superman outfit, and every time somebody do a free throw, they hold him up, and he's just acting like he's flying. It was dope. But
a real show.
I'm standing there working. Like I got a parent that booked me to be there to film their kid. You know what I'm saying? And they're all in my way with this curtain. And so like I moved the curtain out the way, and they moving too slow. And at first I just like kind of put my forearm on him and like. A nice little nudge to show him like, bro, like you're in my way, but he wouldn't move, so I had to like fully like
oh my God.
Like fully push him. And I didn't like put him on the floor or nothing, but I was like, bro, like get out of my way. And you know it was funny, like I pushed him as hard as I could, and he got right back to work and holding the camera, so by the time he turned around,
he didn't know
what happened. I'm pretty sure he figured it was me, because who else would push him like that? Because everybody else was like his classmates or friends or whatever.
I would have thought it was you.
It's like, bro, get out of my way. Man.
Dang.
He didn't get sensitive about it though. He was cool. You know what I'm saying? If he did know it was me, he didn't get sensitive about it.
He ain't gonna say nothing to you.
Speaking of being sensitive, did you see they closed the Snow White ride?
No.
So they closed the ride because either at Disneyland or Disney World, which I'm not messing with no more, the books or none of that. That mean I should probably stop watching the Disney Channel too.
Wait, why don't you mess with Disney?
Mad Races. Walt Disney.
Oh, well, I mean, they teach kids witchcraft on there all the time. That's why I stopped watching it. Literally every movie.
But so they closed the Snow White ride. Is it Snow White? Yeah, they closed Snow White because the prince didn't get consent to kiss her before he kissed her to wake her up.
Snow White?
To save
while
her
she
life.
was asleep? It was her...
He saved her life.
Wait, Snow White? You mean Sleeping Beauty?
Whichever one.
Yeah, Sleeping Beauty. Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because Sleeping Beauty is the one that was asleep and she had to be kissed by her one true love. Wait.
I think it's Snow White.
Snow White? You know what? I never liked Snow White, so I don't really... I don't mess with her. The only Disney princess I mess with is Jasmine. That's my girl, and that's it.
Yeah. Backlash over Disneyland Snow White rides kiss without consent.
What kiss? What happened?
He had the at the end. She because didn't she get poisoned?
And she ate the apple.
Yeah. And she was out, and the prince had to kiss kiss her to wake her up.
Oh, kind of like Sleeping Beauty, same kind of thing, but she pricked her finger.
Something like that.
it was her one true love. It was the only person that he
didn't
could
get
kiss.
consent.
How he gonna get consent? It's stupid. People think too in depth. Like, are they thinking she got raped after? Like, come on. Like, where does it end?
That's
too
what
much.
I said.
It's too much.
That's
like,
what
just
I said
stop.
on my other podcast, but I got in trouble.
You
That's
got
what
in trouble
said.
for what?
I didn't get in trouble. I spoke. I said I was correct in my sentiment, but I guess I spoke on things that I hadn't had full education on. So we were talking about the Chiefs. Probably even shouldn't have said the name. The Kansas City football team.
Oh. Okay.
And all like those names. Oh no, it was the Washington football team.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
The Washington football team. And my brother was also talking about the Kansas City Chiefs and also the Golden State Warriors. Like all of these, yeah. If you look up like the old mascot and the old logo that the Warriors used to use, it was definitely
racist.
It was definitely a little crazy. And we were talking about all that, and I was saying, I asked my brother, I said, if they were to change the logos of the Chiefs to something else, would you be cool with it? Because chief is like an actual word. Like there's chiefs in the military, there's chief of police. Like that's an actual word. So if their logo and their mascot was a dude saluting, like a dude in uniform saluting, like would you be cool with that? And he said,
"That's not cute."
I don't think it would be, but this is just my example. I wouldn't want to wear that jersey either. I wouldn't want to wear that jersey either. I don't think no black person would want to wear that jersey either. But I asked him that, and he said no because the word chief. I was like, but bro, But anyway, I was basically saying people being upset about sensitive things like that is what got us to this super sensitive time. I said more about like some of the names about Native people, and after watching it back, I was like, I didn't need to say all of that. Like I didn't feel it was necessarily wrong, but I didn't need to say it, and I could understand how it was taken offensively. So I was like, my bad. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm gonna say it, the Redskins, I'd be mad. Like you're disrespecting me. Yeah, heck no.
That one's not cool. But I said that to my brother.
Yeah.
Like I just think all this like come on, like are we gonna rewrite history on all the stuff that happened like mad long ago?
I think on the things that need to be changed, yes. But this Snow White thing, come on. She would be asleep still to this day if he didn't kiss her. Wasn't it her one true love though? He was the only person that could wake her up.
Like you could. There's so many other things to worry about in the world.
Yeah, there is. But I just think about it as like if somebody randomly came up to me and kissed me, like, ew, you're disgusting. But it's nothing to be like, oh my God. Like, no, come on. And if my one true love kissed me to wake me up because I ate a poison apple, yes, kiss me.
I feel that. But no, your first example, I don't agree with. Like, if somebody came up and just kissed you, that nigga.
That's weird.
That nigga
and that's
deserves
like,
to go to jail.
To jail?
Yes.
Absolutely not. Like, I'm going to be like, don't ever do that again.
That
like,
is harassment.
I don't think it's that deep.
What?
Like, you just kissed me or something, like on the cheek?
He didn't kiss her on the cheek to wake her up, though. He kissed her on the mouth. Let me not say he kissed her on the lips. Let me not make it sound like that. He kissed her on the lips. If you have a
disease and you out here doing that, you filthy and you may
obviously. But I'm saying, if somebody just walks up to you and kisses me, that nigga should be in jail.
Not in jail. You gonna get slapped. You might get slapped. But I'm not gonna press charges on you. Like, what?
You wouldn't. But if someone did, they would be justified.
Why? We was at
the battle rap event last Saturday, just next door. Just next door at the Ugly Dog Pub. Y'all gotta pull up, have a drink sometime. It's a dope spot. I went to go change my outfit like twice, right? Left you at the booth by yourself. While you sitting there, some random dude just comes sit down next to you. Hey, how you doing? And as soon as you go to say your name, he just kiss you.
You know, somebody kissed me at the club before.
Whoever did that should be in jail.
And I said, ew, you're disgusting. Get away from me.
Nah.
They should not be in jail. It's not that deep.
You kiss me, I'm going to slap you like Will Smith did the dude that kissed him when he was overseas. I'm not gonna call the police because that's just not what I do. But when you finna get knocked out for sure. What? Nah, that's harassment. That is harassment. We can go back to last week's topic. That is harassment.
And I feel bad. I was like, oh my gosh. Because I wasn't looking at him as like a human being. Because, you showed me a picture. That's what I'm going to look at. Mm-hmm. But I was like, dang, I shouldn't have been mean. Like,
so you gonna
he's
feel
a
like
human
that
being.
Every week. You going to come over here, speak your mind, listen back and be like, dang.
Like, oh,
and the more you do it, you're going to understand why every time I say something, I'll be like,
yeah, me over here.
And then I say it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to express myself fully. Yeah. I'm going to express myself and give you my point of view. Yeah. But I'm going to word it in a way to where it just lands a little softer.
But it helps me grow as a person.
Absolutely.
Because now I'm like, I'm not, I just feel like it wasn't a bad interview. I didn't look at myself any type of away because I know myself. So I was just like, dang, I should have said just by looks. Because your personality, for me, like, you could be a 2, but you can go up to be like a 7. Like, with your personality alone. Like, the personality is it for me. Yeah, I feel bad for even saying that.
Telling you, I've done it too.
I apologize, and I'm glad you didn't put the meme up because I was like, "Oh my, this is a human being we're talking about." I'm a horrible person. I felt
so bad. Like, know your level. I was like, which I somewhat agree with.
But if he had a horrible personality and he looked like that,
that's not what we was talking about, though. We were just talking about just the words that was on the screen. Like, oh, you look beautiful or whatever.
You know what? And I wouldn't even have taken it that far, honestly, if somebody... Because people tell me that all the time, and they're not that attractive to me, but they're so kind and nice. So, I don't know. I more so look at people, like, by their personalities. Your personality outshines your face.
Have you ever dated an ugly guy? Because he was...
That I thought was ugly?
Yeah.
No. I can't do that. No, I can't.
Have you ever spent time around somebody that you didn't think was attractive and got to know them and then started to think they were attractive?
More attractive than they were, yeah, of course. Because your personality outshines. But yeah, I can't date somebody that I just off the rip think like, no.
I don't think anyone should ever do that.
That's disrespectful. Like, you think I'm ugly? You're dating me? How?
Oh, man.
Because I have a bomb personality? I can't.
It's not about what other people think is attractive.
And that was another thing that I wanted to clarify. Like, everybody thinks, their own opinion about stuff. You know, the person I think is probably that's fine. Somebody be like, girl, no, he's not. Like, back in the day, my friends would be like, girl, no. I'm like, he is fine. But yeah, they couldn't tell me nothing. I feel it. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I don't even remember. I'm not tripping.
You gotta be seen out with the person. You gotta take pictures.
Yeah, we gotta take pictures. But before all of that, like, I gotta think you're pretty. Yeah. I have to think you're pretty. And it's levels to... I was just talking to somebody about that the other day. It's like... my opinion. I don't know if you'd agree. It goes like, they're cool. That's like the first, like, oh, they're not ugly. They're cool. Saying they're not ugly makes it sound bad. I'll probably delete that part. But it's like, they're cool. And then it's cute. After that, it's like, no, he's cute. She's cute.
Oh, cute is... See, and that's different for everybody. Because to me, cute is like you're up here, like you're cute.
Okay, I guess like because there's not many different things you can say about a dude to like because it's like cute or handsome. What else are you gonna say?
Fine.
Well, there you go. Okay, well then there's but cute is over fine.
I think cute has to do with your personality. Because you could be fine, but you could be basic.
We're not talking about personality right now. Because when you looked at the meme of the dude, you was like, he's fine. We're not talking about personality or nothing. When you just look at a dude, like what's the first one all the way? So fine is the top, right? What's the first one? Like when you look at somebody, you're like, oh, he's
I wouldn't put fine at the top because that's just by looks.
Okay.
I more so call girls cute. I don't really call. Yes. No, I do. Actually, I do say guys are cute. Yeah, cute is like, it's past beautiful, past handsome, cute. Like, he's cute. Like, yeah, you're here.
Interesting. See, for me, I think it goes, like I said, I was like, oh, she's cool. And then like, oh, she's cute. You see her? She's cute. And then it's kind of weird. And see, like, I think fine has more to do with like
your body.
And see, this whole time I've only been talking about the face. I've only been talking about the face. I think fine has more to do with like
you're being like they're sexy.
Yeah, and I was trying to cut that word out because I'm not talking about like the body and everything, but it has more. But to do with like sexy. But your face can be
sexy.
You got
alluring,
sexy, yeah. So like I think fine has more to do with like sex appeal. So I think fine is after cute, but still fine is like. And then I think after that is pretty, because I'm not like, for me, if I say.
You would have put pretty by cute.
I'm not even gonna do all that.
You got a whole bunch of levels.
I'm not even gonna do all that. Like pretty is,
I got like
well, there's only one more after this. There's only one more after this. Pretty is like I'll cross the room for pretty.
Really?
I'll cross the room for
pretty's basic to me.
Oh, like she is pretty. But and see, I do it like that because I
pretty is top tier to you.
Only thing above pretty is beautiful.
But what's beautiful?
Beautiful
You're
is
inside
like,
and out.
Nah, there's some women that you just look at and you like, she's beautiful. Last week when I said Gabrielle Union, he was like, she's beautiful. Like
she is beautiful, but she's also cute too. Cute is top tier to me. But she's beautiful because she's beautiful inside and out.
I feel it. But now, and I rank it like that because in my experience, when I've called a girl those different things, the different reactions that I got from it.
Really?
Yeah. Like for me, like if I called a girl cute, she was like, "Oh, thank you." It was like, "Oh, like you like." I feel like
because cute is innocent. It's
yeah,
sweet.
and I feel like cute. Like if I always felt like if I called a girl cute, and I also felt like if a girl called me cute, she was more so talking about how I look today.
Oh, like you look cute today.
Yeah. Like the other day, she didn't use the word cute, but the other day I came in and I had like this black and white outfit on, my black and white Vans, and Sarah B was like, "Okay, Michael Flicks, I see the outfit," but that's how she talks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like, and I love the way she talks. I don't want her to watch this and feel away. Sarah B is super dope. Like she's one of the dopest people I ever met. But I feel like most girls would have been like, "Oh, you look cute today, Mike."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like that has more to do with like how you look today. And anytime I called a girl cute, I feel like she took it that way as well. Like, "Oh, you cute?" She's like, "Oh, thank you."
Cute
but then when I called a girl pretty, she was like,
"Really?
Oh, thank you." In my experience,
in my experience, yeah, I think I'm more different in that type of way because when people say beautiful, I'm like, okay, thanks. Like that doesn't really mean anything to me. But if somebody's like, "Oh, you're so cute," like, "Oh, thank you," like. That's so cute.
Yeah, I guess it depends.
It's I don't like people looking at me in a sexualized way, so I think that's why I like more like, "Oh, you're so cute, you're so sweet." You're so
let me ask you this: growing up, did your dad call you beautiful a lot?
He called me sweetheart. He always calls me sweetheart.
But did he tell you that you were beautiful a lot?
Yeah, but
so maybe that's why. And I don't know, and I'm not judging, and I'm not trying to make it sound like that, but maybe the women that, not even just from their dad, but maybe the women that didn't grow up hearing that they were beautiful every day, so now when they hear it, they're like, "You think I'm beautiful?" Maybe.
Yeah. I think cute for me is more endearing. Like, that really is a compliment to me. But, like, I feel like more girls call me, like, "You're so cute." And see, guys do not use that word. It's like, "Oh, you're beautiful, you're pretty, you're sexy," all this stuff. they never get cute. Like, I mean, I'll get it, but no, I say, well, guys do not really use that word.
If I'm using cute, like I said, it probably has more to do with how you look today, and you probably look a little younger than me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's more of a
maybe
innocent
you might be
thing.
right about that. You might be right about that. And also, I also felt like more often. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because I feel like more often than not, when a girl called me cute, she was like older and probably taller than me. Yeah, but for sure older than me, for sure. Yeah. Interesting. See, we didn't even write that down.
Would you? I have a question. Would you? Okay, back in the day, I don't want to be disrespectful. Back in the day, if somebody was, what's your top tier? Beautiful. If somebody was beautiful, but their personality was just like boring, like you're just like, you know, some people, I just like, you know, kind of basic, but really, would you still talk to her?
How old are we talking? How old am I?
I don't know. Like, you grown enough. Maybe in your 20s. I don't know when you got married or anything.
I feel it. Probably not. Because like I was saying last week, like, if I was single, like, I was out here living, and I didn't want to take it to nothing super physical with you if I didn't want to kick it with you. Because I didn't like that scumbag feeling of like, all right, that was fun, wear my shoes, you know what I'm saying? So nah, probably not.
So even if they are beautiful with a basic, just
and honestly, I've been asked that before, and I've never. It definitely exists, but I've never come across that.
You've never come across a beautiful girl that's basic, like basic.
That I was trying to get to know? No. Maybe I just lucked up. One of my homegirls one time, she was telling me, she kicked it with this dude, and she was like, I don't know if all of the weed smoke over the years fried his brain or what, but like, he just like had he didn't stimulate my mind at all. Yeah. She was like, I told him like, all right, she's like, I just got out of his car and just walked back to where my car was and just left. She was like, there was no point in me like continuing the conversation or even spending any more time with him. She was like, he didn't stimulate my mind at all. She was like, he was really cute. I've always thought he was cute for years and I always wanted to see what's up, but.
She knew him for years?
Not knew him for years. She had like seen him around for years.
Oh, yeah. It's a letdown when you're like, but I feel like that's a lot. Like, I see that a lot where it's like, you ain't got nothing to talk about. No.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
I don't.
But maybe it also could be that I don't know these people deep enough or that much for them to show that part of them. But yeah, it's the personality for me.
Facts.
Shoot.
It's gonna be our shortest podcast we ever done so far. So the only thing I wanted to talk about. Matter of fact, let me pull this dude's Instagram up so I can give him a proper shout out. Is this hooper with one arm, Hansel Emmanuel. This dude is amazing. I feel like he's the definition of do with what you have.
Yeah.
He's the definition of do with what you have. Like a lot of times, like you want to start a podcast and you don't have the microphones that you want, or you want to shoot a short film and you don't have the camera that you want, or you know what I'm saying, or you want to go to work, or you don't have a ride to work, so you just call out or whatever. This kid was like, nah, I want to play basketball. I only have one arm, but I'm gonna figure it out. Can't nobody take the ball from this kid. He dribbling with one arm. Can't nobody take the ball from this kid. He out there dunking on folks. Granted, he's blessed. He's tall. He's long. Like, other than having one arm, he's got a really good basketball body.
Yeah.
But still, he out there with one arm. That's crazy.
That's mad.
That's crazy. The audacity of that type of confidence, I love.
Yeah.
To see all of these kids super good, and they got to me like, you know what? I'm gonna be better than all of these kids, and I'm gonna do it with one hand. That's super inspiring, man.
It is.
That's super inspiring. I'm not really the type to. I want to say I'm more like that kid. I'm more of the type that, like, I'm gonna just get started, and as I keep going, I'm gonna figure out ways to get better. I'm more like that, but he make you want to put it in overdrive, man. Man, shout out to that kid, man. Hansel Emmanuel. Shout out to that kid, man. What do you where do you pull inspiration from?
More so art, or sometimes, a lot of times, things just come to me, and I'll be like, oh, I need to do that, and that's a good idea, and da da da. Yes, a lot of times it's just things that come to me, but art definitely inspires me.
Mm-hmm. What type of art? Like paintings?
Paintings. I love pictures, actually, of the earth, the world, people living in their natural elements.
Mm-hmm.
Other countries, really. Not so much here in the United States, but other countries, those people really inspire me. And I don't know, I just look at them and I'm just like, wow, you guys are amazing. Doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Living for real.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
You know what I haven't done for a while that gives me really, like, a lot of inspiration is driving through, like, those millionaire neighborhoods.
Yeah, I always go to La Jolla and I just drive through. I'm like, I'm gonna live here one day.
There's this one house in Escondido that's, like, in the back in the cut, and I'm pretty sure the reason I love it so much is because it has the big Fresh Prince of Bel-Air pillars in the front. Like, it has those
really?
It has those big white pillars.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
When I first saw it, I was like, hey, and it's white. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It's not as big as the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air house, but the front of it reminds me of that. It's white and it's got, like, those big pillars like that. And I used to just go, like, maybe, like, a few times a month and just go sit in front of that house and be like, yeah, I'm gonna do something big one day so I can have something like this.
Yeah.
I love driving through those neighborhoods. That, sometimes going to the beach, even though I haven't, like, done it, been able to just go to kick it. The last few times I've been to the beach, I either had my kids or I was working. But
do you go when everybody's there or when?
Yeah, but I'm pretty good at tuning things out. So I can go to the beach as long as nobody's too close to me, and I feel like no one's gonna get too close to me.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird at the beach, I guess. But nah, like if I'm in my space and I know nobody's gonna touch me or bother me, then I can tune out very easily.
I can tune out sound as well, and I can tune out people. Like, I can literally delete, like, you're not even sitting here. I can go in my own zone. But when I'm at the beach, I like to go not super early, but early enough where it's like one or two people there. Because it's just quiet and it's just relaxing. And I don't have to put in that overtime to tune people out. You know what I mean? It's just... And I can just...
You know what I've noticed? Well, I guess I haven't asked many people, but I was going to say I feel like most people that are from California, they don't really, like... I think we kind of take for granted how, like, relaxing and enjoyable just sitting at the beach is. A lot of times Californians, I feel like, we go to the beach if it's like an event, like if we barbecuing or bonfire, like 4th of July, or we're actually going to get in the water. I don't think a lot of times Californians go to the beach to just the sereneness of it. All my homies that's not from here, that's from out of state, all my homies that's from out of state talk about going to the beach, just literally just to park and look at the water. It's like, bro, it just does something. We don't got that back home. Like, just pulling up and just looking at the waves, it puts me in a whole different zone.
I couldn't live somewhere where it's not by water.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to either.
It's like, where can I go? I would just feel stuck, like,
That's why Cali's the best.
It really is.
It don't take no more than 2 hours. You can go to the mountains and get some snow, go to the beach, catch some waves. You know what I'm saying? So it might be a brush fire every few years. You know what I'm saying?
Brush fire. You know what's a really cool place? Miami.
I haven't spent time there as an adult. I went with our family for vacation when I was like 17. We did some shopping like on Miami Beach, but it's different when you a kid and you with your parents.
Yeah.
I haven't been as an adult. I want to though. I need to.
I'm going back this summer.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I went for spring break. If you wasn't there, it was a movement. And all the black people, I was just like, oh my God, this is tight. Everyone was popping. Oh my gosh, it was just amazing. When I got there, I thought it was going to be like the Snoop Dogg and Pharrell Beautiful. I thought it was going to be like that. So I'm like, okay. I get there, I'm like. I
think they shot that video in Miami.
I think it sounded like Brazil.
Like Brazil or Belize or something like that, yeah.
But that's what I just imagined going to Miami. So, yeah, I got there and I was like, there's so many black people here. This is tight.
Now that I'm thinking about it, the only place outside of San Diego that I've partied as an adult are LA and Vegas. I've never partied anywhere else. Really? When I went to Georgia, again, I was only like 18. So we didn't really, really get to do much. And I was out there for a family reunion. So we really didn't do much. But yeah, just San Diego, LA, and Vegas. That's it.
I love LA.
LA's dope. I love
LA
too.
It's just a whole different vibe. I love it. I want to move to Inglewood.
Really?
Yeah. I'm Inglewood. Okay?
What you waiting on?
I'm sure gotta get this money.
I heard that.
Houses are popping over there too.
I enjoy living in LA, but it made me appreciate San Diego a lot more living in LA.
Really?
Yeah, LA is ain't nothing like LA, man. I've never been to New York, so I imagine New York is probably like LA times 5 maybe. As far as like how fast paced it is and how like you meet one person, meet one person and now you tapped into so many different things. As long as you meet the right person, rather.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I happen to, I guess, was just meeting the right people and getting tapped in all these different, like within a week, I was tapped into just so much, like just going to campus and just being a talkative person. Like, what's up, bro? What you be doing out here?
Yeah.
What I be doing? I'm the party nigga out here. Like, you the party man? And maybe that's why it was lit like that. Because I met the party man, and the party man gonna know everybody. You know what I'm saying? The party man gonna know everybody. So maybe that's why it worked out that way. But I feel like most big cities are like that.
Yeah.
And it's nothing to run into the party man or to run into the tattoo man, and the tattoo man gonna know everybody because everybody coming to him to get a tattoo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The poppin' tattoo man is what I'm saying. Not just any tattoo artist. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's dope. It's dope. I love LA. But it made me. How fast and how crazy, because it is crazy, how fast and crazy LA is made me appreciate San Diego so much more. For real. I really honestly didn't even start claiming to be from San Diego until like 3 years ago.
Really?
I've been out here my whole life. I've been claiming Long Beach my whole life.
LBC.
Ever since I got out here when I was 5. You can ask anybody.
From LA.
They gonna tell you from Long Beach. But I had to think about it, man. I don't want to make it sound like that. Like, 'cause I ain't never, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never claimed no hood from San Diego. But I'm a Southeast nigga, man. You know what I mean? Like, I went to Valencia Park like K through 5th. I went to Valencia Park. Went to O'Farrell in 6th grade. And even when we left North County, every time I came back to San Diego, I was coming and kicking it with people that I was either from or still in Southeast. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to fight out here. I had my first kiss out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was born in Long Beach, and I'm gonna always be from Long Beach. All my family's in Long Beach. I was born in Long Beach Hospital. You know what I'm saying? Went to one elementary, went to kindergarten out there. Till I was 5 years old. But I'm gonna always be from Long Beach. But I'm from San Diego. I didn't start claiming it till like 3 years ago.
Like, all right.
Especially, and really, the reason that pushed me to it is anytime I tell somebody like, oh yeah, I'm from Long Beach, they be like, oh okay. And I get to talking about stuff, and like people in San Diego, and we get to talking about stuff. We're like, oh yeah, I went to Valencia Park with him. They be like, what? I thought you was from Long Beach. Be like, oh yeah, and they be like, yeah, so like, oh I feel you. And I tell another story like, oh yeah, I knew him from. They be like, my nigga, you're from San Diego. You're from San Diego. Like, yeah, you're right.
Trying to disrespect us around here?
Real talk. I just got a lot of pride in being from Long Beach. Like my dad and my uncle went to Long Beach Poly. You know what I mean? And like, still got a lot of real strong connections in Long Beach. And like I said, that's where I was born. You know what I mean? So I'm always have that connection. But
yeah, I feel you.
I'm from San Diego though. Had to accept it. You know what I mean? Had to accept it. And then to be honest, I felt like it was gonna make me like what really did it was when I moved back here and my son. I was living in North Park, but my son's babysitter was in Southeast.
Oh.
And right down the street from Valencia Park.
Oh,
and so I'd be driving through like the streets I used to walk down and stuff and just be like thinking about like nigga, I'm from here. Like I grew up right here.
Yeah.
Like I'm from here. I'm from here. Like I can't even my dad gotta tell me how to get to certain places in Long Beach. You know what I mean? Like you drop me off anywhere in San Diego and I know exactly where I am.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm from here. I'm from here. Anywho, that was all I had on the list. You got anything else on your mind? Anything else you want to vent about? What you got going on tonight? Or tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow's Mother's Day, so hopefully a brunch for my mother.
That sounds good.
My sister.
Brunch sounds good. I love brunch.
I know.
Day drinking is way better than drinking at night.
Yes, it is. So much. I want somebody to take me to brunch.
I feel like, and I always told myself I don't talk about that on the camera and on mic, so I'm not gonna do it now. But I feel like the daytime is better for drinking, and the nighttime is better for like the other vices.
Not the other vices.
The other vice. The other vice that I'm cool with. The other vice that I'm cool with. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. I remember the first time I had that. Like I'd always, of course, you know what I'm saying. I always partied at night. But I remember the first time I partied during the day was like feeling good during the day. I was like, this is better.
Yeah.
This is better. Yeah.
I don't really drink that much.
I don't either. But I prefer to drink during the day.
Yeah. If I'm doing something, I just can't be at home and I'm going to have a drink. I just like to be out, like maybe at the beach or something.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to be day drinking a little bit today. My cousin, I was about to make all my aunties mad and say my favorite auntie, but I'm doing this thing. Not like that.
Never do that because I'm an auntie.
Let me explain. I'm doing this thing that my Uncle Clarence does. And I do that. My Uncle Clarence, whatever, I got mad nieces on my dad's side. And female cousins, which are my uncle's nieces.
Oh.
And whichever one he's talking to, and he'll say it in front of all the other nieces, whichever one he'll be like, oh, whatever he's greeting them. He'll be like, oh, my favorite niece, and give her a hug, right? And like all of them will be walking in the door. And then the next one will come in, he'll be like, oh, my favorite niece. Like, he'll do it to all of them. So I was about to do that just because I'm talking about her and call her my favorite aunt, but let me not do that. But my cousin Blaze and my auntie Nadia and like they whole family, they out at Welks Resort in Escondido.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, my parents live in Escondido, so we all finna get together at the resort with them. And actually, shout out to my son Max. Today's his birthday.
Oh,
1 year old. Well, by the time y'all see this, it's gonna be a few days after his birthday. But yeah, 1 year old. I've had 2 kids for a year.
Huh?
I've had 2 kids for a year.
Oh, I got you. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. Right. Crazy.
Murph.
I thought about that when my son turned 5 earlier. I was like, I've been a parent for 5 years. I'm like, dang, I've had 2 kids for a whole year already.
Wait, how old were you when you had him?
5 years ago, 32. So what, 26, 7?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dang. Everybody got kids.
You know what's funny?
Everybody got kids.
I was working the other night, right? I was working the other night at this bar. Mm-hmm. And the DJ that I work for from time to time, like he'll like pay me cash at the end of the night, but like while we're there, he'll like buy the both of us drinks like while we're there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm at the bar, and a lot of the times DeAndre comes out with me just because like he likes to go out, and then like when I got my backpack, it's like equipment is pretty expensive, so I like to have somebody to watch my back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so we're at the bar getting drinks, and the girl, she sees my kid's initials on my neck. Mm-hmm. And she wanted to know, like, what she was like, what's the B and the M?
She was staring at her?
I mean,
I can't even see who that is, and I'm standing right here.
I don't know. But she was like, what's the B and the M? What's that? I was like, it's my kids. She was like, oh, you have kids? I was like, yeah, 5 and 1. And she like did a face like, oh my God.
You're that old.
Yeah, and she was like, how old are you? I was like, I'm 32. And she was like, oh. And like literally like turn and look the other way, like we ain't got nothing else to talk about. And I was like looking at her like I wouldn't come in to talk to you anyway. You initiated this conversation. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Sweetie.
But I was like, dang. I was like, but I guess I see like how it is out here for like a single nigga with kids.
No, they ain't got it hard. The boys ain't got it hard out here.
How you know?
Because the boys don't got it hard. Like, people really don't be tripping off of guys that have kids. If you're a female,
if they live with you, probably. If they live with you, probably. Because I think that'd be the thing. It'd be like the kids live in the house.
Girls do not care. Guys care if you're a single female with kids.
Yeah, that's true, and that's because y'all nurturing. And if the kids is cool,
don't say y'all. I'm single out here.
Most, I'm not saying that but you're not nurturing.
I mean, I am.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't say you're in a relationship. I just said you're nurturing.
No, I mean, I ain't got no kids.
Of course you don't. Women are nurturing, so, and especially if you're gonna nurture the kids because it's in your nature. And then if you like the kid or kids, that just doubles it. But dudes, like 9 out of 10, it's not. I feel like I'm really nurturing actually, but it's not. That's a rare thing. Like most dudes aren't nurturing, and then especially it's like, I'm not gonna raise another nigga's kids. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes look at it like that, and so that's why it's gonna be different for y'all, I think.
Yeah, because we're like, oh, it's so cute.
And then especially if the dude that you're talking to is a good father.
Oh,
you know what
better
I'm saying?
be, yeah.
Because dudes, I feel like everybody's supposed to be a good parent. Let's not get that twisted. I feel like as dudes, like we see a girl that's like, or a woman that's a good mother. Like if she's like an extremely good mother, like she's doing more than most mothers do, then it's like damn, it's like.
What do you mean doing more?
I don't know. Like she doing like all like the stay-at-home mom stuff, but she got a job too. Like all the lunches are all like pretty and perfect.
Yes, it better be.
But she's a single mom too, though. Like that's hard to do both, is what I'm saying.
It is hard, but
I would imagine that if you're a single mom, you just making the PB&J and throwing it in a plastic bag and putting it in the bag. That's not the only thing in the lunch. But I'm saying a stay-at-home mom is probably gonna make a face with the sandwich and cut it up and like make it some special shape, or you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be. I don't know. I just would imagine.
Do that for him.
I just would imagine. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why that's different.
Yeah.
Look at us finding stuff to talk about. Yeah.
That is messed up though. Dang. Whew. That's always been like a. I don't know, not scary, but something that I've been scared of.
What?
To get pregnant and like, oh my gosh, he leaves me. Oh my, oh my gosh, no, I just can't. No, that won't be my life. It won't be.
I feel you.
It definitely won't be. But mercy.
Do you feel like that fear factors into?
No.
Why you're celibate?
No, because it doesn't feel good to my. Oh, it factors in, but the top thing is it just does not feel good to my spirit. I don't.
I feel it. I respect it. I respect it. But I was gotta say, it's got to be at least a small reason why.
Oh, absolutely! Oh my gosh, that's terrifying.
Because I know I was super careful because like I was afraid to be a father before it was my time.
Yeah.
But even more, probably more so than that, the fear of that fear was my dad being a pastor, my parents being so prominent in the church, and them teaching a certain thing. Yeah. I didn't want to make them look bad. That was always a really, really, really big thing for me. Is I didn't want to make my parents look bad.
Yeah.
So it was like, not gonna lie, I was, I had sex before I got married, but I made for doggone sure I was not gonna have a kid before I was married. That was not gonna happen.
I mean, even if you're in a relationship, like I'm not with the people that I was with. Oh my gosh, one of them, I'm not too like. The one that broke my heart, I wouldn't be that sad, but the other one, that's just a migraine. Like I just thank God all the time. Like, thank you, Lord. I just did not get pregnant. I just couldn't do it.
You know what's interesting? Like, I lived a very naive life. I did.
So did I.
I always find it interesting the different, when you said, like, run away with your baby, I'm thinking, like, there's no way I would ever imagine that. Like, ever.
That you would do that?
Or that someone would want to.
Oh, well, be with the wrong person.
I even think about like Keisha.
Oh, your wife. Okay.
Yeah. She never planned to be married. Never even necessarily wanted to be married.
I mean, when you're
told
younger,
me she always thought it was just going to be her and her son. Like she, in her future plan was to be a single mother with a son.
What?
That's what I said.
Why did she think she was going to have a son?
That's just what she wanted.
That's what I want too.
I don't think it's what she. You know what I mean?
Mercy,
right?
Absolutely not.
And then for me to have grown up in a home, not even just a Christian home, just to have grown up in a home that my parents are still married.
Yeah.
I never ever had any thoughts about being a single father. Never had any thoughts about like getting married and then even getting divorced. Like,
was her parents together? Like, did she come?
No.
Maybe that's why.
No. Yeah, it definitely plays a part.
Yeah.
But just like for me, like I never, because I like I told you about going to performing arts elementary school. Mm-hmm. Going to drama and dance regularly in elementary school, I thought everybody did that because I did it.
Oh, got you.
And so because everybody, especially my friends at church, like people talked about like being married and like getting probably not necessarily being married, but getting married and having kids after being married. And so I just thought everybody's plan was to get married and then have kids. Like first comes love, then comes marriage, then you know what I'm saying?
Then comes a baby with the baby carriage.
I thought that was everybody's plan. So like to hear that people was like, no, I plan to be like I thought I'd be a single parent, or like I never wanted to be married, or like I was about to say exactly who it was, but I know somebody.
Absolutely not.
She was with her boyfriend, got pregnant. They're still together. They're still dating. And I said something about. I'm like, oh yeah, you probably waiting on him to pop the question pretty soon. She was like, I don't want to marry him.
Why is that your man?
This is her boyfriend and son's father.
See, I'm never gonna be in no relationship like that. Like,
how wild is that? How wild is that?
Why are you with me? Like, what are you talking about? See, I can't. I could never be with somebody and I'm looking at them like, I don't want to be with you. I could never do that.
No. But you know what? We're going to open the podcast with that next week. We got to table that. I'm not going to lie. I got to leave. I'm not going to lie. It's probably the reason why I didn't do my sports show today. It was like, you know what? I don't have a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? Okay. That was why I asked you if you could come in early. If you couldn't, then we just go when we went. But I was glad you was able to come in early. But that's going to be the first thing we talk about next week for sure. Thank you for watching and listening to and chiming in and tapping into the No Name Just Vibes podcast. We appreciate y'all. I'm Mike.
Janaya.
We'll be back next week. Also, every Tuesday is when this podcast comes out. YouTube and Spotify. All the streaming platforms. Every Tuesday. I feel like whenever I don't post, people like be asking me. So every Tuesday is when this podcast comes out. No Name Just Vibes. We out.